before this video starts, I just want to let you guys know that I'm doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away a £20 Amazon gift voucher to one of the first 200 subscribers to the channel. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do, and you'll be automatically entered in a draw to win the voucher, which you can spend on anything across the whole of the Amazon website. Thanks for subscribing and enjoy the video. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. England have just finished their final warm-up match for the European Championships that start this Friday. England play their first match against Croatia on Sunday, and it is time to pick the starting 11 for that game. Now, over the last two friendly matches against both Austria and Romania, we haven't exactly seen a strong starting 11, and there have been players missing that are likely going to start next weekend when the tournament kicks off. So what I want to do in today's video is give my thoughts and my predictions as to what that starting 11 should be. I just want to say a massive thank you for helping me hit 50 subscribers on the channel. I know it's only been running a couple of days, but the support is amazing, and I thank each and every one of you for it. Make sure that you're hitting the like button on this video as well if you're enjoying the content. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, let's get straight into predicting what I think should be England's starting 11 for the first game at Euro 2020. So, the first thing to decide on is actually going to be the formation. Now, there's loads of different ways that we could take this, and I know Gareth Southgate in particular is more sort of adherent to and comfortable with playing a three at the back with two defensive midfielders. No, none of that. I'm going to play what I think would benefit England the most with the calibre of players and with the squad that we are taking to this competition. And that is not going to be a 3 or a 5 at the back. No way. It is going to be a 4-2-3-1. It's actually really similar to what Spurs play. And I just think it would suit our system and our style of play so much better if we set up this way. Get straight into it then. Goalkeeper. Now, this is a really difficult choice to start off with because I'm a massive fan of people like Dean Henderson, and I actually think that Sam Johnstone played really, really well against Romania this evening, or whenever it is I'm uploading this. So it's a really tough decision, but I am going to go for Jordan Pickford. And now the reason for that is I think that his confidence and his experience that he gained in Russia for the World Cup is sort of invaluable to everyone else around him. I think that it's going to give a positive influence to the defenders in front of him. People will have confidence in him as a goalkeeper because he knows what it takes to compete in a major tournament. Dean Henderson and Johnstone, neither of them have that confidence or that experience. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Jordan Pickford as my goalkeeper. Now, we're going to go from left to right. So starting, as I mentioned, with a flat back four, we'll go left back first, and that left back is going to be Luke Shaw. Now, I think this is probably one of the no-brainers of the starting 11. There is absolutely no way anyone other than Luke Shaw should be starting in that position. I think he's been United's arguably best or second best player, maybe behind Bruno Fernandes this season in the Premier League, and he's really come on and developed as a fullback since Jose Mourinho left United, and he's developed really, really well under Solskjaer at United. So for that reason, I am going to go with Luke Shaw at left back. On to the first of the centre back two, and I think again this is a little bit of a no-brainer, but it does depend on whether he's fit, and I am going to go with Harry Maguire in that left centre-back position. I do think that he is our best central defender at this moment. I don't think people like Connor Cody, Tyrone Mings are massively near his level. So for that reason, for that stability and for, again, that experience, I am going to put Harry Maguire in that left centre-back spot. Partnering Harry Maguire, I am going to go with John Stones. Now, I am aware that John Stones can be a little bit of a liability at the back, and he is prone to making a couple of individual errors. However, I do think out of the options available to us, and partnering someone like Harry Maguire, John Stones is the best option for us. I think he's a good ball-playing midfielder. I think he's able to pick a pass out from the back. He just needs to be a little bit careful of trying to play out too quickly and trying to be too clever, because we have seen him make mistakes for Manchester City this season, and we're going to want to avoid that in this tournament. For right back, and this is probably going to be one of the original controversial picks that I'm going to go for. I'm actually going to go with Kieran Trippier at this right back position. Now, there is a reason for this, and I looked at Sky Sports News the other day, and they had a really cool graphic, and I'll try and find it and put it up on the screen for you now. But it had a graphic that compared all 4 of England's right back statistics to each other's, and actually Kieran Trippier's stats were probably the best out of all 4 of them. Kyle Walker's were probably actually the worst, which is likely who's going to actually start in that 11. So I do think in terms of providing assists, threats from set pieces, crosses into the box and tackles made, Kieran Trippier is towards the top of that list. And for that reason, I am going to put Kieran Trippier in my starting 11. We'll move on to the midfield, and I am going to play, it is a 2-holder midfielder, but it's actually just going to be one playing deeper and the other is going to have the license to move forward and roam a bit more freely. So I'll start with the first midfielder, and that's going to be Declan Rice. Another no-brainer. He's been brilliant for West Ham this season. He's looked really up for it and really passionate whenever he's put an England shirt on, and for that reason, Declan Rice has got my vote to play in that central main holding role. Next to him, I'm going to go with Mason Mount. Now, as I mentioned, he's not going to play that holding midfielder role like Gareth Southgate is likely to set up. He's going to have that license to play as more of a box-to-box midfielder. He's going to have that license to go forward, but he also has tremendous work rate and a huge effort in his tank. So I am going to play him next to Declan Rice. He is going to be able to provide a little bit of support, but he also will give us that extra threat going forward. So on to the 3 playing in front of those 2 midfielders. Again, we'll go from like right to left. So on that left wing position, I'm going to go with Phil Foden, okay? Now, a lot of people are torn with Phil Foden because he hasn't got too much experience playing for England, but I just think his raw talent and his ability is too overwhelming to leave him out of that starting 11. I think if you've watched him for Manchester City this season, he has been absolutely exceptional at times. Yes, in other games he has gone missing a little bit, but you've got to remember that he is still only really young, and I do think that he can have a really, really big impact at this tournament. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Phil Foden in that left wing spot. Now, in that central spot, maybe playing in sort of a cam, but it's going to be more of a free roam position, I'm going to go with Jack Grealish, okay? I think that he has been absolutely phenomenal in the opening games and in the warm-up games against both Austria and Romania. He's winning fouls all over the pitch. He's making some exceptionally good chances for the strikers, and I just think that he is going to be one of, if not our most important player at this tournament. So I do think that Jack Grealish has to play in a central role in this game, in this team rather. He does have the license to free roam, so I know he likes to drift out to the left and work his way in from that. That's where players can rotate, that front three. Foden can come into the middle, and then the right sided midfielder can come in as well. But Jack Grealish absolutely has to be starting for us against Croatia. On that right side of midfield, I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford. Now, I actually had a debate with one of my mates about this today or earlier in the afternoon, and I wasn't entirely convinced on Rashford's performance in the latest warm-up game. But actually, after thinking about it and talking to a couple of my pals about it, I do think that he provides something different to what the likes of Grealish and Mount and Foden do provide, and that is the fact that he can run at players and he provides more of a direct threat. He's willing to run past players with the ball at his feet and be a bit more direct and central to our play. So I do think we need an element of that in there for our team, and for that reason, Marcus Rashford is going to go in my team for Sunday as well. So that just leaves one position left, and it's a pretty obvious position. Harry Kane up top, captain of his national team, best striker in the world, absolutely phenomenal. First name on the team sheet for me, just close. Jack Grealish would come just after that, but Harry Kane straight in there. He is going to be integral. He's going to win another golden boot, and he's going to carry England to hopefully what will be a major tournament victory. So yeah, there's not really too much debate and too much to say about that one. Harry Kane is definitely going in my starting 11. So As you can see, my starting 11 is quite attacking minded, and I know some people will sit there and think we need a bit more defensive stability in that team. I don't think we do. I really do think that our attacking options outweigh our defensive options heavily. I think the best form of defence is by attacking. Outscore the opponent, grab as many goals as you can, and we have the firepower and the facilities to do that. I do want to give a special mention to people like Jude Bellingham, people like Calvin Phillips and Sterling as well, because they were on the fringes of making it into my squad but weren't quite there. So I do feel a little bit bad for them, but I just don't think that they are going to fit the bill for this game against Croatia. I do think if we sit off further back from them and just defend, it's going to get a little bit messy. So I do think that we need to be very attacking minded for this game. So there you have it. That is my England starting 11 prediction for the game against Croatia on Sunday. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think I've made a massive mistake by just playing one central holding midfielder? Do you think that there are people on the bench that should be starting instead? Should Jude Bellingham or Calvin Phillips be playing in that central midfield? Should Grealish be playing on the wing? There's loads you can talk about, loads that you can bring out to me, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and I will try and reply to you. And I love having conversations with football fans about football, so make sure you get your thoughts in down below. But as ever, that's it from me. Do make sure that you are hitting the like button, as I mentioned earlier. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget about the giveaway, £20 Amazon gift voucher if you are in the first 200 subscribers to the channel. All you have to do, click a button, subscribe, and you're automatically entered into the competition. So yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'm looking forward to doing more videos based around the Euros and about Spurs players in particular. So keep an eye out for that content coming soon. But yeah, apart from that, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.